Hello, everyone out there in movie land. Welcome to AMC Thursday Ticket. I will be your host for today, Hank, and I'm joined by
Alicia. Hi, guys.
How are you doing today?
I'm awesome. Glad to be back.
I'm very excited for this week. We haven't been together in a long time. It's good to get back with my old friend Alicia.
Dream team.
And we're also bringing something else back this week. It is the return of the romantic comedy.
Yay.
It is about time we finally have a great romantic comedy to talk about. And that really brings us to kind of a new thing we want to do this week.
Yes, so we're going to start a new segment. It is our question of the week.
The cue of the dub.
Yes. And so since Crazy Rich Asians is coming out this week and it's a romantic comedy, we want to ask you, what is your favorite romantic comedy of all time?
All time.
Hank, you first.
All right, first, my favorite comes right to mind, easy, When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, classic.
I love it. Billy Crystal, Meg Ryan at their finest, Rob Reiner, written by Nora Ephron, some of the most quotable lines of all time. I love the supporting cast, Bruno Kirby, Carrie Fisher. Absolutely love it. What's your favorite?
So I'm checking to see what you guys were saying. So you guys put your answers in the comment sections. I'm going to give you some shout outs. So go ahead and put them in there. So mine, I'm going to name 3.
Okay. Wow.
I couldn't decide.
Okay.
I'm a little indecisive.
Got it.
So Brown Sugar.
Tay Diggs, good.
I know.
Sonalathi, very good.
Boomerang.
Oh, you got to coordinate.
I know.
John Witherspoon. I mean, he's what I remember from that movie, which probably isn't.
Yes, and my line that I've said 1,000 times.
Yes.
Love should have brought your bleep
But home, yes.
Last night. And My Best Friend's Wedding.
Julie Roberts.
Yes.
Cammie D,
Classic.
Cameron Diaz at
So
her
what
finest.
are you guys saying?
Yeah. What do we got there?
Wedding Singer. Jennifer Ann says Wedding Singer and
very
Pretty
good.
Woman. Tony Billa says You Got Mail. What else do I see?
Another Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
She was kind of the queen of romantic comedies there for a while in the 90s and early 2000s. And there's been a huge break. We haven't had a whole lot of romantic comedies lately.
But it's coming back.
But we got a great show for you today.
Yes.
Not just because romantic comedy's back. We have something else, pretty cool to give away. Go for it.
So we are going to give away a $100 gift card to AMC.
Whoa.
That you can use for tickets or concessions.
$100, not $1, not $10.
$100.
$100.
So we're going to have a trivia question a little bit later in the show, so stick with us and you could win. And we're announcing the winner at the end. So guys, you got to stay tuned with us.
Stay tuned. We will ask the question in just a little bit. But right now, we got to get to talking about what's coming out this weekend with your weekend movie guide.
Yes.
This week, we got some great movies to talk about. But actually, the first movie we're going to talk about already opened. It opened yesterday.
Yeah, did you see it?
I have not seen it yet. I cannot wait.
I'm seeing it this weekend.
Crazy Rich Asians.
Yes.
Now, this is based on a very popular book by Kevin Kwan. And like we said, it's the return of the romantic comedy in our eyes. But it's, it's a very interesting story. And it's told from the perspective of, we haven't seen a lot of movies that have a full-on Asian cast. We really haven't seen one in decades.
Like 25 years ago?
Yeah, a little too long. So it's great to see that back on the big screen, the representation up there. But it's a traditional kind of romantic comedy. It's about, 2 people who are in love. Yes. But they're not from the same social circles.
No, he's loaded, and she's not.
Yes, so he's gonna bring the girlfriend home to meet mom. Home happens to be in Singapore. It happens to be at the palatial estate of some zillionaires. And it is about whether or not she can be or wants to be even accepted into this world.
So it has a really awesome cast. So Constant Wu, who I really love on Fresh Off the Boat, she is hilarious. Great. And this is her first really big leading role. I'm really excited to see her.
And it's the newcomer, the new guy, Henry Golding.
His first movie.
His first movie. That's a great, auspicious debut in a movie like this. So that's the romance side of it. But you got to have the comedy side of romantic comedy. So you've got Awkwafina, you got Ken Jeong, and you got Jimmy O Yang from Silicon Valley.
So I think they are probably, hot take, I think they're going to take it away in this movie. Because the trailer, I just was giggling watching them interact. Because I just think that they're going to be hilarious.
And speaking of the trailer, we got a little 30-second spot here to show you on Crazy Rich Asians. Let's show you what it's all about.
You are so different from all of the women that I grew up with. Mom, this is Rachel Chu.
She looked at me like I was nothing.
My family has been my whole life.
You're not what Nick needs.
I feel like a villain in a soap opera. I'm not leaving.
I've got to find her. I think I've just fallen in love with you all over again.
Damn, it's like the Asian Bachelor.
Crazy Rich Asians, rated PG-13, August 15th.
Very emotional times. And we can't talk about this movie without talking about Michelle Yeoh.
Yes.
So Michelle Yeoh plays the matriarch of the family. And, she's out there. You can tell she's calling the shots for this family. And she's going to really...
A little intimidating.
Yeah, a little intimidating. And, Michelle Yeoh is an amazing actress. She has a decades-long career, but I primarily know her from action movies.
Right.
She's in a James Bond movie, which I love, Tomorrow Never Dies. She's in some great stuff like that. So it's great to see her do a more dramatic turn in a movie like this. I'm excited to see her back on the big screen.
Yeah. So that's the comedy for the week. So now we have an adventure movie about a different kind of relationship.
Very different kind of relationship.
Yeah.
We need to go back to the beginning to find out when did dog become man's best friend?
I'm going to say it was the Ice Age.
Did it happen in the Ice Age?
And it was actually a wolf and not a dog, but
I understand.
whatever.
I understand.
I'm not a scientist. So this is about the relationship between a man and his wolf dog.
Yes.
And how they survive and build that friendship that man and dog have.
Yeah, and it really starts as a survival game. It's really, you know, we think of our dogs right now. I have a dog. I love my dog, Mr. Waldo.
Yeah.
Mr. Waldo is
I
a
have
huge
two.
beast. You did. What are your guys' names?
Lucia and Roxy.
Lucia and Roxy. So we love our dogs right now. But what do we do with our dogs right now? We walk them around the block. We dress them in crazy costumes and put them on Instagram.
I don't dress them up.
Okay,
They're
well,
too
some
big.
people do. But that wasn't happening back in the Ice Age.
No.
You needed a dog for survival.
Yeah.
They needed to help you find food. They needed to help you find shelter. They needed to protect you against the elements.
And so that's what's happening in this film.
Yeah, so this movie is directed by Albert Hughes, who was one of the Hughes brothers, you know, a great filmmaking duo that was together for a long time. My favorite Hughes brothers movie, Menace to Society.
Mine is Dead Presidents.
Dead Presidents. They've done some other great stuff. They've done From Hell. They've done The Book of Eli. And I know you're a big Denzel fan. For
I
you
am.
not to pick the Denzel
I know,
movie.
but like Dead Presidents.
That is very good. So this is Albert Hughes making a movie, another relationship movie, but very different from the stuff he's done in the past. We actually have a cool little behind-the-scenes feature of him talking about the movie right now. So let's take.
This film is about the first relationship between man and dog.
We also tell not only the story of our humanity, but the origins of domesticating an animal. I started doing this training with Chuck, and it's been fun. It's been cool to work with him. I love it.
We actually started working with Cody early on. Even back in California, he would come out and spend time with Chuck.
We had to do a chemistry test with Chuck, the hybrid wolf.
Cody would go out to Mark's facility and work on basic principles with him. And they had to really build a relationship and a bond, and there's a real trust that formed between Cody and Chuck.
It can be hard on set, you know, you have to be extremely respectful of his space and how quiet you have to be to get out of him what you need.
And action! Chuck's become quite a star. Everyone loves Chuck. Everyone wants to be with Chuck.
The story is so beautiful. It just pulls at your heartstrings.
Out of circumstance, they have to survive and help each other. And in that relationship, they try to survive together.
Check out Alpha this weekend.
Yeah.
See where it all started.
Yeah.
Where did it all begin?
Ice Age.
So we have another movie coming out. So we got a romantic comedy.
Yep.
We got an adventure family movie.
Now we have an action
Now
movie.
we have an action movie. I am very stoked for this movie. I cannot wait for this. Mile 22. It's got my man Mark Wahlberg in it. It is, you know, it's an action movie to its core.
Yes.
What this movie's about is Mark Wahlberg leads
Wait, I'm stopping you first.
You want to stop me now?
Yes, because we're going to ask our trivia question.
You want to do that now? Okay, let's do it.
Yes, because I want people to start to give us their answers.
Got it. Okay, so you are going to ask them a trivia question to win a $100 AMC gift card.
So Peter Berg is the director of this film, and Peter Berg and Mark Wahlberg have partnered.
A few times.
Yeah. 4.
4 times, to be
actually.
exact, yes.
And we want you to name all of them. Now, we're giving you one of them,
Mile 22. Yes.
But put the other ones in the comment sections, and so the person that, we'll randomly select a winner that has all the correct answers.
At random,
so.
we'll put them in this crazy bin, the name's in there, we'll pick a name out digitally at the end of the show.
And again, a $100 gift card.
$100 gift card. Absolutely. Stay tuned. It's going to be awesome.
Back to the movie.
So, back to the movie. Mile 22. What we've got here is Mark Wahlberg leads his group of covert operatives. And what they've got to do, they've got a guy who's kind of informant / spy who's got some information about his government that he wants to turn over to the U.S. But they can't do much with him until they get him out of his country to the airport, and that's going to be 22 miles away.
Yep.
They got to get to mile 22 to get him to safety. Now, this guy they got to get out is this guy named Iko Uwais, who is a amazing stunt choreographer, actor, performer. He's great. And he's in these movies called The Raid and The Raid Redemption, which if you haven't seen them and you're an action fan, get off your butt, check them out.
Do what he says.
They are amazing. They really, you think, you know, you've seen a lot of stuff in action movies. They can't take it to a new level. This guy takes it to a new level. The way that he choreographs fight scenes is faster than anything you've ever seen. It's more brutal or possibly visceral than anything you've ever seen before.
Get ready.
It is amazing. And he brings that to this because he's not only the choreographer and the stunt coordinator, he's an actor. He's a big part of this movie. But he's not even the only one. No. So on Wahlberg's team, you got Mark Wahlberg doing what Mark Wahlberg does, of course. You got Lauren Cohen, who's from The Walking Dead. So you know she knows how to kill some things.
Kick some ass.
Yes, exactly. And then you got Ronda Rousey.
Now, Listen.
Yes. Now, she knows what to do when it comes to getting in the ring. This has taken her out of the ring a little bit. And she's been in a few movies before, but she's usually just the muscle. She's got some muscle in this, but she plays a little bit of a different character in this. We actually have some chats with the cast from Mile 22 right now, talking about the film and their roles in it. Let's see what they have to say right now.
Our goal, deliver that package to here, Mile 22.
I trained in 2 different things that I hadn't experienced before, hand-to-hand combat and jiu-jitsu. I knew I was learning a skill set for life, not just to be able to portray a fight scene or something in this movie, and that I would take those skills away with me.
When we create the choreograph, me and my team collaborate, we practice another martial arts.
The most demanding, that 5 months of starving and being really disciplined. Other than that, I've done weapons training and stuff in the past.
Sam has a lot of vulnerability to her and layers to her and things that I'm not really used to being able to show. It was the best experience that I could possibly get, and I think this is the most I've ever been able to improve in one project.
You feeling calm, Alice?
Not even a little.
All right, guys, so lots of action.
Lots of action. And we really want to give away this gift card, right?
Yes.
So we've got to know from you. You got to put in the comments, what are the 4 movies that worked? To win, you've got to name all 4 movies that Peter Berg and Mark Wahlberg have worked on. The Bergs.
Yes.
The Bergs.
And
what
I'm
have they worked on together?
I'm going to give you a hint for one of them.
Uh-huh.
One of them is named after a holiday that's celebrated in the Northeast.
Okay, that's a good question. That's good. It's a good little hint. Yeah. But, this movie looks really cool. I love action movies. I love the movies where there's the group of operatives are out there in the field. They're getting shot at. Bad stuff's happening to them. But then you got the guy back in the office with the computer screen, which is John Malkovich in this, which is a great guy. He's just yelling at them, go, go, go. And you're like, people are shooting at me. You calm down, computer man. I love movies like that. I want to be the guy yelling at people, not getting shot at.
No one says computer man.
Nobody does?
Never.
All right, that's why I'm not a screenwriter. But those are the movies coming out this week. You got an amazing romantic comedy, a family adventure movie, and then an action movie.
We call that a little something for everybody.
Little something for everybody. Absolutely.
So we need to go to Hollywood news because a lot of things happened this week. And
I'm very excited.
So let's do that right now. Okay, I'm going to tee this up nicely for this guy over here. Because
put the ball on the tee, put it in the ground.
Yes, that's how it works.
Okay.
So last week, there was a little news about 007.
Yes, yes.
And about how Mr. Idris Elba could maybe possibly be the next James Bond. So I want to know from the big Bond fan to my left, what do you think?
That's me. Well, before we get to what I think, let me explain why this is important this time. So there has been speculation in the past about who's going to be the next Bond. Idris Elba's name has been thrown out there before, but it's always been at arm's length. He's always denied it. Well, this time, the family that runs the James Bond franchise, the Broccoli's, Barbara Broccoli in particular, she kind of weighed in through a conversation with someone saying she thinks it might be time. It might be time for an Idris Elba type to take on the role. So that really lended some weight to this conversation. And then Mr. Elba himself weighed in with a tweet of his own that said simply, Elba, Idris Elba. Of course, tying a direct connection to Bond, James Bond. Now, he backpedaled a little bit after that. I understand why. But that was really the first time that he's kind of said, yeah, I'm up for it.
Yeah.
I'm down to be James Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, for me, there's always been talk about the Tom Hardys of the world, which really is only one. So Tom Hardy being out there. Tom Hiddleston, Loki himself.
You should have said the Toms.
The Toms, the two Toms. Tom Hanks. He hasn't really been talked about much for that.
I don't think he's up for that one.
No, not really. But yeah, Tom Hardy, Tom Hiddleston are out there. They kind of would be your classic James Bond style guys. But I actually think Idris Elba would be the best choice of those 3.
Pause for a second.
There we go.
Keep going.
Now, he has what you need to be Bond.
Which is?
He's smooth.
Yes.
Right, very smooth. He's got the muscles. You believe that he can beat somebody up.
I do.
Very much so. And probably most importantly, he looks damn good in a suit.
Doesn't he, though?
He looks damn good in a suit. And you got to be able to walk into that casino wearing a tuxedo, wearing a Tom Ford suit, and turn heads. And he can do that. He can do that.
Yes.
Now, the only thing that I would say for us people that are way too into this Bond stuff is by the time he would play the role, if it were to come to pass, he would probably be the oldest person to take over the Bond. He would be almost 50 years old. Now, there have been people who have been over 50 playing Bond, but not the first time that they played Bond.
Right. My opinion on that?
Yes.
It's okay.
Don't care?
I don't care.
I don't care.
He doesn't look like he's an older gentleman that can't, he doesn't even look like he's anywhere near 50.
And if you go back and Sean Connery, when he was in Dr. No, was in his early 30s. Idris Elba probably looks as good, if not better, than Sean Connery did at that point.
Better.
Okay, well, we've got one opinion. But yeah, so that's huge news in the Bond world. Very excited for that.
So who do you guys think should play Bond? Obviously, we're Team Elba. She's
always been Team Elba, yes.
But definitely for this. So we want to hear what you guys think. Put it in the comments section.
Yeah, and I could talk about James Bond for the rest of the show, but we actually got some other stuff we got to get to. Some new trailers dropped this week.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about 3 trailers. And just to remind you guys, you can always see the trailers on our YouTube channel, and you should definitely subscribe.
Yes.
So when we add them on there, you get notified. So the first one, What Men Want. This is what did you call it? A reimagining?
It's a reimagining, yes.
Of what Women Want.
Correct.
Mel Gibson and Helen Hunt were in the first one, and now Taraji P. Henson is in this one. And we are Team Henson.
Absolutely.
Love her to pieces.
Yes, she is one of those actresses where I don't care if she's in a good movie, a bad movie, a good TV show,
she can carry it too.
She is someone I want to watch.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When she's on screen, she's magnetic, she's radiant. She has so much charisma, your eyes are always drawn to her, and whatever she's doing is interesting.
Yeah, and this movie, the trailer is just delightful and funny and light, and sometimes people just need a movie that's just fun.
And Tracy Morgan's in it.
Yeah.
I'm all in for Tracy Morgan. Yeah. So this looks great. Check out the trailer for that. Now, this next one we're going to talk about, very different story.
Yeah.
Very, very different. It's called Green Book, and this stars Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali. Oscar-winning Mahershala Ali, absolutely. And this is the story of a classically trained pianist, played by Mahershala Ali, who needs a driver to take him through the Deep South on a tour in the 1960s.
Yeah. So a lot of, we're going to leave that there.
That is fraught with peril. And he gets Viggo Mortensen to be his driver, who's a Italian-American guy from New York.
Working class gentleman, and it's about their relationship and this journey to the South and what happens.
And this great friendship that they develop through all the adversity that they face. And, Viggo Mortensen sees it from a different side because he sees what this guy has to go through just to live his life, just to try to, put his music out there and delight people. It's a really cool story.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see this movie.
And the trailer is done really well. It gives you enough of the film that made me be like, okay, I want to see more of this.
Absolutely.
But it's not getting me away, and you can already see their chemistry.
Yeah, really good.
So,
really good.
So the next one we're going to talk about is Widows.
Oh yeah, I am all in on Widows.
And it stars my girl, Viola Davis.
Yes.
I love her to pieces.
Yes. No, this is directed by Steve McQueen, who directed 12 Years a Slave. And this is a different kind of story than 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah, no slavery.
No slavery.
Just Widows.
So what this is, you got to watch the trailer, but the quick, 5-second storyline is there's 4 women whose husbands are part of a crime gang.
Yeah.
And their job goes bad, and they all don't make it.
Yeah.
And now it's on the 4 widows to kind of pay the piper. And they have to pull off a job to get themselves out of the trouble that their husbands got them into.
And it has a pretty stacked cast. We already mentioned Ms. Davis.
Yes. Michelle Rodriguez is in it.
Yes.
Elizabeth Debicki's in it.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to Brian Tyree Henry. So he's on Atlanta, and he plays Big Boy, and he is great.
Yes.
And also, he plays a bad guy in this one, so this is a little different. And also Daniel
Kaluuya, Cynthia Erivo. It looks really cool. The trailer is... I am very, very excited to see this movie. It looks really good.
Yeah, so we're excited for that one. Again, go to the YouTube channel and check it out. So the next thing we're going to talk about is a Marvel Film Fest. We are super stoked for this because all the Marvel movies are coming back into IMAX.
Yes, so they're celebrating 10 years, 20 movies on the big screen, and what better way to see these 20 movies than on the IMAX screens. So this is also the first time that some of these movies have ever been shown in IMAX. They're going to be shown in order. So we're going to start on the first day and go work through all 20 movies. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. It'll be a few each day. You got Iron Man, first time in IMAX. Incredible Hulk, first time in IMAX. Captain America, the First Avenger, first time in IMAX. And you got all these titles that you can go see. It's amazing. And not just that, not just the chance to go see these movies back on IMAX is the deal. What else do we got?
Yeah, but wait, there's more.
There is more.
So AMC Stubs members, he's so dramatic. AMC Stubs members, when you purchase a ticket to any of the films during this film fest, you're automatically entered in to win tickets to an upcoming Marvel premiere in Los Angeles.
Whoa!
What? Hollywood Marvel premiere?
Yeah.
Like, you should buy
a
all the
red
tickets.
Carpet premiere to an upcoming Marvel movie in LA just for buying a ticket, being an AMC Stubs member to one of the films in the Marvel Film Fest. You don't have to buy tickets to all of them.
I mean, you can.
Go to one. You should go to all of them. These movies are great.
What are you going to go see?
Yeah, I'm very excited to see Iron Man. Never saw it in IMAX, of course, because they've never shown. I would really, really want to see that on the big screen. And, you know, I think going back and seeing the first Avengers on the big screen again, I really love that movie. I can remember vividly when I saw it that opening weekend. It was so cool, so fun. Hulk smashes Loki. Seeing it back on the big screen, that's the one. What about you?
So I'm going to say Avengers as well, the first one, and Black Panther again, because I can't get enough of it. I'm sorry. I want to see it. Can we just keep it in the theater all of the time?
Yeah.
Please?
It wouldn't be a bad idea. It would not. Yeah. But yeah, all of them are coming back, so you can see every single Marvel film on the big screen in IMAX.
Yeah, so those are, that's our Hollywood news. But we have more movies to talk about, and we're going to do that in our AMCI Spotlight. Okay, let's talk about Elvis.
Oh, Elvis is back, Alicia.
Hunka Hunka Burn in Love.
He is back. So what we are showing this week, we are showing this only a couple more times.
Yeah.
Only a couple more times. You can come see the Elvis 68 Comeback Special. Now, those of us who were not around in the heyday of Elvis, it's hard to think about Elvis not being just a prominent figure in culture at all times.
Right.
But his career did come up and down, you know. He made some great music, had some very popular movies, but then he kind of laid low for a little bit. And then in 1968, he had a special on television that really brought him back to the forefront of American culture. Yeah. And this is the 50th anniversary of that special. You can come check it out. And once again, that's not all.
Yeah, so it's going to be tonight and tomorrow. And for our Elvis fans out there, you can win a trip
to Graceland.
To Graceland.
A trip to Graceland. We're going to drop the link in the comments right now for you to click on to follow and enter this contest. So you can win a trip to Graceland. Check out the Elvis 68 Comeback Special.
Yep. So another one of our AMCI movies is Gold. So Gold is about when India won their first gold medal, in the Olympics.
Yes.
So their Independence Day was yesterday. So Happy
Independence Day
to India. And this movie coincides with when they got their independence from the UK. They went to the Olympics the following year, and they won the gold medal for field hockey.
And where was the Olympics that year?
It was in London.
It was in London. Won their independence, went to London, won the gold medal.
Yeah, it's a crazy story.
It's a very cool movie, very exciting. We actually have a couple of the cast members from Gold getting you hyped up for this movie.
पूरा कंट्री में हम अकेला ऐसा आदमी है जो आपको वचन दे सकता है ऐसा टीम लेके आएगा जो ओलंपिक में जाएगा और आपके सामने देश का सामने गोल्ड लाके रखेगा आई प्रॉमिस
खूब भालो स्वप्ना लेकिन स्वप्ना देखने वाला गटर में पड़ा है चलो एखान থেকে
Hi, I'm Akshay Kumar.
Hi, I'm Moni Roy.
We invite you to celebrate the spirit of independence with our upcoming film Gold
and experience the historic journey of India's first Olympic win from 15th of August. Only at AMC Cinema.
Wishing all the viewers from the entire team of Gold a very, very happy Independence Day.
Gold this weekend. And we also have a very cool movie coming out, another AMCI Spotlight title. Alicia, are you familiar with The Little Mermaid?
Yes.
Of course you are. You're familiar with the Disney version, right? That we all saw and grew up on. Ariel coming out of the water, getting away from Ursula. You know, she's a part of your world. You got a singing crab in there. Well, that's actually not how the story goes in many ways.
It's not.
No, there's another version of it. The Hans Christian Andersen story goes in a different way. And what we have with this version of The Little Mermaid is a live-action retelling of that story. And it actually takes place in the great state of Mississippi.
Yeah.
And it's about kind of a carnival/circus performer who is a mermaid. And of course, things don't go according to plan. She's not just some happy mermaid who's kept in a cage all the time. It's about, you know, her story and her journey to figure out where is her life going to go? How is she going to find her way back to the sea? Or does she want to remain on land? You want to check it out? Well, we got a trailer for you right now. Check out the new Little Mermaid.
It's so enchanting. I'm trapped and drowning. Here for everyone to see. They don't notice how far away I am, but I'm holding on. I know a day will come when I can be myself again, when this story ends.
So we have a lot for you guys to see this week. Little Mermaid, Gold, and Elvis coming back.
Yes.
All independent movies that are coming to your theaters. But we have a ton of offers to talk to you about. So let's get to it right now in our offers. Okay, do we have any dog lovers in the house?
Me.
Okay,
there we go.
For being a dog lover.
Good for you.
This is the last weekend for our Dog Days offer. So
the last weekend.
AMC Stub members that purchase a ticket to see Dog Days will be entered in to win 30 days of doggy daycare.
Yes.
Hello. And a dog walker for a year.
That's amazing.
So all the stuff that you might not like about being a dog owner, you don't have to do.
It sounds great to me. I have a dog, Mr. Waldo.
Yes.
Mr. Waldo would love to have doggy daycare because I'm here at work. You know, it's tough. It's tough life for the dog back at home. And someone to walk him every day for a year?
Somebody
that
else,
is an amazing.
Sure.
Yeah, somebody else.
Somebody else.
I love to walk. Absolutely. What about your dogs?
I mean, they would love it too.
They would love it.
Yeah, I would love it too, but we can't win, unfortunately.
And that is not the only offer we have this week.
Yeah.
So we talked a lot about Mile 22 earlier in the week, and it is an amazing movie. Got to go check it out. And if you do check it out, if you purchase a ticket online, you can get a $5 concession offer. Just buy your ticket online to go see Mile 22. You get a $5 concession card.
The concession card, you'll be using it this weekend. So.
Yes, opening weekend of Mile 22. Check it out this weekend. Get a $5 concession card. You can't beat it.
No.
You cannot beat it.
All right, so we're going to give you our winner.
Oh, yes. Give her our trivia
question. Well, we're going
question.
to give you the answer, then we're going to announce the winner.
Okay, I'll do the drum roll later.
The answers
are,
Lone Survivor.
Lone Survivor 1.
Deepwater Horizon.
2.
Patriots Day.
3.
And Mile 22.
Mile 22 is
and
number 4.
Congratulations to Sharonda Burrell. You have won a $100 gift card.
$100.
Yeah,
you go see Mile 22 like 10 times.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Or 22 times.
Or 22 times. That's true. That would have been good.
So
I'm trying to play the economics properly, though.
This guy. All right, so those are all of our movies for the week. So we have a comedy, a romantic comedy.
Yes.
We have action. We have a family adventure movie with
We got
Alpha.
some independent titles.
There's a Elvis. Gold
and
Little Mermaid. That was awesome.
Okay, thank you.
So tons of things to see this weekend.
Make sure when you're going to buy tickets, go to our AMCtheaters.com website or buy them on our app.
Yep, and make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and subscribe to us on YouTube.
There you go. And we will be back next week talking about the Happy Time Murders. I cannot wait for this one.
Raunchy comedy, guys. Get ready.
We will see you all next week. See ya.
Bye.